My name's Caroline and I'm from Hub Australia. I'm the activator there. At university I studied marketing in the marketing co-op program, and I was pretty ecstatic when I found out I was going to be a co-op scholar.
My name is Chow. It was very exciting, very exhilarated when I first found out I got co-op.
Bonjour and greetings from sunny but snowy Canada.
My name is Mohammed Zaud. I'm 25 currently, and I was a 2009 graduate of the co-op program. I started in 2006 in the marketing stream. I remember rushing, I was at the pools at the time, and I still remember the exact time I was rushing to the internet cafe. And I found out then it was just another world.
All things go with the co-op program. It's been a fantastic experience, and I don't think I could imagine what university would have been like not having been on the program.
I've just met the most incredible people in my industry that I would just never would have thought I would have met if I was just, at uni doing my normal bachelor program.
I liken co-op to being, I guess, being the meat in a sandwich, and in every sense of the word, university was the sandwich, the bread, and it was the foundation as to how it went. Definitely the great experiences I had that gave me fulfillment and satisfied my hunger to learn in the world was definitely the meat, and co-op through the learning, through the networking and through the work experiences that they offered certainly fulfilled that sandwich.
It was an excellent life and still is an excellent life and career opportunity. And so began a co-op journey towards leadership, camaraderie, and allowing me to work and learn with a diverse group of people from all sorts of backgrounds. And all of this with fantastic mentoring and financial support.
At the end of my first year, I was in a solar cell research lab in Norway with very little understanding of how a solar cell actually worked, and hit the ground running. And by the end of my placement over 10 weeks, I'd managed to pick up almost half of the second year's worth of coursework. So when I came back to university, it just made that second year at uni so much easier. And then that just continued on over the next few years. With each placement, I just gained more confidence and more knowledge and more contacts in the industry.
We got flown over to Paris to pitch one of our marketing campaigns to actually the global board, and we actually competed against, I think must have been like 40 other countries worldwide. So basically, through the co-op program, we kind of accelerated our marketing campaign learnings to a point where we got to a level where we were good enough to actually come together with a marketing campaign and pitch it to Laurie.
That first placement was with Brookfield Multiplex, and I got to work on the big redevelopment of Star City Casino, which was an amazing experience. I was doing high-end hotel rooms, doing gaming floors, really large-scale construction, and I worked on what was the first 5-star hotel in Sydney since the 2000 Olympics.
Sometimes university studies in marketing can be a little bit theoretical. Having the co-op program, working at a top-tier firm 3 times throughout your degree meant that it broke up that theory and put that theory into practice.
To be honest, my co-op placements were quite difficult, but the fact that I survived these experiences, both physically and mentally, gave me the strength and the confidence to try new things in life. I learned some very valuable lessons that have helped me in my career as well as my life in general.
And then when I got to my second placement at Westpac, that was where I kind of saw where my career was going. So I was like, IT used to be in my head like this little box of just, programming and development, and I wasn't really aware of what the technology industry was, And then once I entered Westpac, I met all these different people experiencing technology in different ways.
One of my best experiences was working at McDonald's as Mr. Happy Meal for around 9 months. That was a really good experience, not only shaping the Happy Meal itself and the toys, and which is really fun for a uni student. It was just that feeling of autonomy and feeling that what you're doing, 1 million Australians every day are actually seeing it.
And my final placement was with Suntech China in Wuxi on the world's largest solar cell production line. I was smack bang in the middle of cell technology. I was working with a predominantly Chinese team, and just walking to work at that placement was a real kind of pinch yourself moment. The facade of Suntech is this huge built-in photovoltaics array. It's one of the largest in the world. So just walking into work was an experience that most people wouldn't even get to have on a regular basis, let alone get to work and learn all those amazing skills, and then come back to university and get to finish your final year with all of that behind you.
Currently I work with Telstra, so managed to crack into the telco market last year. So it's a great learning. But I think one thing, the co-op program, not only does it accelerate you professionally, as I said before, because you get so much exposure and rich exposure to this wide breadth of, people who've gone through the career about 10 years ahead of you. You start to learn very quickly, and you pick up these skills of multitasking, not just within, your professional career, but, how do I balance this against the different aspects of your life?
These days I'm working with Hub Australia, so it's a network of co-working spaces, so essentially providing the Google-like offices for independent professionals. It's in a startup phase and it's very much an entrepreneurial role. So again, those co-op skills of moving quickly, learning how to build relationships fast, very much skills that I'm using on a day-to-day basis.
Just the co-op program has really given me the ground start and the really solid, foundation on which for me to go forward.
I'm the director and founder of the distillery, Letterpress and Design. So we use very vintage printing machinery from the 1800s and the 1900s to produce fine stationery. We do things such as business cards, specialty packaging, where quality in print and tactile goods means more than everything else. We specialise and lead in that area. The knowledge I learned from my studies and also in working in those organisations and applying it to my enterprise that I have now is money could not buy that experience or that education. I guess that sandwich I had at university, it's that pill that you use to carry with you as you mould as a professional in your career. Definitely you need a backbone to carry that through, and that's what Co-op provided. It provided that solid backbone, that confidence that is so vital when you're in your early 20s to take you forward.
I'm 4 years on after graduating from the Co-op Scholarship Program, and I still live and breathe the co-op attitude. I'm very confident. I feel like I can take on the world, and that's something that the co-op program really implanted in me. And I see it amongst all the alumni as well. A lot of them are go-getters, and it gives you that sense of excitement and confidence that when you're competing with the co-ops, in a good way, you're competing with the best in the state and sometimes best in the world. So it's always good to come back and realise how good co-op is and what it's done for you.